All right, so we're going to be making an origami heart, and the reason we're going to be doing a heart is because a heart represents love, compassion, and health, right? Those are three great words to describe what a heart represents, right? And what else are volunteers and other than giving love, compassion, and keeping the Jamaat healthy and helping the Jamaat, right? And the other thing we're going to be making today is going to be a dove. Who knows what a dove is? Can anyone tell me?
Is it the swan bird thing?
Yeah, it's very similar to a swan. So does anyone know what a dove represents? It's a very universal symbol, but can anyone tell me?
But they're not even making it yet.
So the dove represents peace, love, and calmness. Does that make sense to everyone? How a dove represents that?
Yes.
Give me a thumbs up or say yes if that makes sense. Yeah? All right. So my last question for you guys before we get started is who's done origami before? I know I have. That's why I'm teaching this. Looks like a good amount of you guys have. That's awesome. Okay. So first step we're going to do, I'm going to turn my camera down to my desk so we can see my piece of paper. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of paper and we're going to turn it into a square. Does anyone know how to do that? All right, looks like some people do, some people don't. So step number one is you're going to grab one of the corners of your sheet of paper and then get the short side right here and fold it across so that the short side matches the long side right here, okay? So once you do that, make sure you fold it and it turns into a triangle, right? And when you're done with making the triangle, you want to make sure that you crease it all the way down. So make sure you press it with your fingers together all the way down so you can crease it together. Okay? And this next step, if you have scissors, it'll be very easy for you. If you don't, you can also tear the paper. If you look closely, you're going to see this little rectangle at the bottom that we're going to cut off, okay? So we're going to fold this over the triangle just like this. And if you have scissors, then you're going to want to cut against the line that you make. If you don't, then you can just tear it on the line. I don't have scissors with me, so I'll be tearing it, but I know scissors make it easier for a lot of people. When you're done with this first step, raise your hand or give me a thumbs up.
And if anyone has any questions throughout the process, then you can ask in the chat and we'll have Nile answer them for us.
So we're not going to need this rectangle in the end, so we're going to go ahead and put this over to the side. And I'm going to give everyone about 1 more minute and then we'll get on to the next step, okay? But while you're waiting, go ahead and unfold your triangle so that we have a perfect square. So how many of you guys are volunteers in Jamaat Khana while we wait for everyone else to catch up? Who loves being a volunteer? I know I love being a volunteer. I love helping everyone. This is awesome, guys. This is amazing. All right, we're gonna get on to the second step now. So you know how we folded it into a triangle for the first step? We're gonna open it up and we're gonna fold it into a triangle the other way. So right now you see this line right here. We want a line going on the other diagonal. So we're gonna fold it the other way. And once you make the fold, make sure you press on it and crease it as well as you can. We want to make sure these lines are as crisp as possible. I see someone saying Nandi stresses them out, otherwise they love it, and I agree. Nandi can be very stressful, but overall it is a fun job to have, right? All right, give me a thumbs up or raise your hand when you're done with step number 2. All right, seems like a good amount of you guys are done. So we're gonna start by opening up the sheet of paper. So you're gonna see a plus sign when you hold it like this, right? On the creases. Does everyone see that? I know it's a little hard to see on my camera, but if everyone has a plus sign, you did great. So you're gonna put it on the table, and you're gonna take the top of it, and you're going to fold it down to the middle. In the middle, you should see a little point. So you're gonna fold the corner into the middle point right there. And make sure you crease this fold as well. All right, thumbs up whenever you're done, and then we'll get to the next step. Everyone's keeping up so well. Great job. Proud of you guys. All right, for the next step, you're gonna get the bottom corner right here, and you're gonna fold it all the way to the top. So you're gonna take the bottom corner and fold it all the way to the top so that the corner meets the top line. And make sure you fold it and crease it as hard as you can. Thumbs up whenever you're done, or raise your hand.
Niall, we have a request if you could repeat that last step.
Sure. So when you have the first corner folded, you're gonna go to the bottom, get the bottom corner, and you're gonna fold it all the way to the top, just like this. Make sure the corner matches up with the top line right here. All right, are we ready for the next step? All right, so when you do that, you're going to take the bottom edge right here. Right now that should be the longer edge, right? So this is the longer edge. And what you're gonna do is you're going to fold it, and you should have a middle line that's a crease. You're gonna fold it to that middle line, just like this. So right now what you should have is this shape on one side. So you're gonna fold the bottom edge to this middle line right here, and fold it up and crease it. And you're gonna do the exact same thing with the other side. So you're gonna repeat the same step. So you guys should get a very square looking heart. But we have a couple of small steps to make it look a little bit better. I'll show it to everyone once again, okay? So we have a short edge and a long edge. And in the middle, we have a crease. So you're gonna take the long edge, this side right here, and you want to fold it against that crease right there. So you're gonna fold the long side, fold it up and across so that the bottom lines up with the middle crease. Okay? And then once you do that, you're gonna do the exact same thing on this side. So this bottom edge should fold up to the middle, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna give everyone a minute to catch up. Let me know in the chat if you need me to repeat it again. you should end up with this shape. And I know this looks like a heart, but we're gonna make it look a little bit better, okay?
I think somebody asked to repeat this step.
All right, let me just repeat it one last time, okay? Unless anyone else needs it, I can always repeat it again. So we have the long edge on the bottom, we have the short edge on the top, and in the middle we have this line. So we're gonna take one side and we're gonna fold it over to the middle right here. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other edge. And we should get a blocky looking heart, just like this. All right. And for the last step, or it's 4 steps, but we'll do it in 1 step. You're gonna flip your heart around so that you see the back of it. And on the back of it, you're gonna take each of these corners. So we're gonna take this corner, we're gonna take this corner, and this corner right here, and we're gonna fold it a little bit. So for the top corners, you want to take the top edge and fold it to this line right here. Okay? And you do it for corner number 1 and corner number 2 on the top. So it should be folded just like this, over to the line right there. And then we're going to take corner number 3 and corner number 4. And you see how there's the edge right here? Where the paper connects, you're going to fold it right on that edge. So you're going to fold it in right to that edge. So it should be about the same size as the folds on the top. And it should be just like this. So you should have the 4 corners folded in on the back. All right, raise your hand or give me a thumbs up whenever you're done with that. And let me know if anyone needs me to repeat it again. And that is our heart. So this is our easy origami. Now we're going to get into something that's a little more difficult. And we're going to be making a paper crane. Has everyone made a paper crane? Or has anyone made one? Let me ask that. No? Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a great challenge. But first, before we get to that, I want everyone, if you want to turn on your cameras and show your hearts so that we can get a quick picture.
If everybody can turn their camera on and show their hearts, and when we count to 3, then we'll take a screenshot, okay? We'll give everybody a second to get it to turn their cameras on. 1 second. All right, are we ready? All right, everybody smile. We're gonna take 2 pictures. 1, 2, 3. Good job. 1, 2, 3. Very good. All right, let's do the
Great
next
job.
one.
This heart is for you guys for being great volunteers, by the way. All right, so we're gonna get on to our next one, and we're gonna need another square sheet of paper. So for those who weren't here earlier, I'll show how to make a square sheet of paper from a rectangular sheet of paper. For those who already know, go ahead and do that, okay? So for everyone who missed it, we're gonna take the short edge at the top here. We're gonna fold it diagonally to meet with the long edge. We're gonna take the top and fold it diagonally so that it meets with the long edge, just like this. And then you're gonna wanna crease it down so that it makes it into a triangle. And remember, we're gonna cut off this little rectangle at the bottom. So if you have scissors, it'll make it easier, or you can also tear it off. But just be careful with whichever way you do it. Once everyone has their square sheet of paper, raise your hand, give me a thumbs up. But remember, you gotta take off this bottom rectangle here, okay? Yeah, sure, I can repeat that again. So with the rectangular sheet of paper, you're going to take the short edge right here, and you want to fold this corner across and down to make it into a triangle. When we have a triangle, there's this little rectangle left that we want to cut off. You can either use scissors or you can tear the paper off. I don't have scissors, so I'm going to be tearing it, but either way works just fine. And we're not going to need this rectangle, so we can go ahead and put that over to the side. Thumbs up or hands up whenever you're ready, okay? So you're going to start with a square sheet of paper. Okay. So when you unfold your triangle, you're going to have a square sheet of paper with a line diagonally going across. Okay. Are you guys ready for the first step? All right, so the first step is the easiest step right now. So that line that you have, you're just going to fold it back into a triangle. That's going to be the first step. And make sure you crease it really well. Okay, make sure you crease the line really well. Okay. So everyone should have a triangle. And just like in the last piece, we're going to open this triangle and we're going to fold it the other way. And then make sure we crease it very well. So we have the diagonal going from right here to here. We're going to want to fold the other way so that we have a diagonal line going the other way. And make sure you crease it very well, okay? So once you're done with that triangle, you're going to see a line right here, okay? That means you've done the two first folds. Give me a thumbs up whenever you're ready, okay? Seems like everyone is keeping up very, very quickly. All right, so when you open this up, you want to lay it on the table or your surface so that the pointy part is sticking up so that you can push it down. You can have a little fun with it here if you want. You can push down the middle point. And what you want to do is you want to fold it in half. Not diagonally this time, but just down the middle. So you're going to take one side and fold it over to the other side. And make sure you crease it very well. So you're going to have a rectangle right here. And the rectangle should have two lines on it. There should be one from the corner to the middle, and then from the other corner to the middle. All right. And once you open it up, you're going to do it again, but the other way. One trick I like for doing this is I want to make sure that the fold is right where the little point is in the middle, so that it lines up very nicely. Is everyone following along so far? Are we all good? All right, and make sure you crease it. I'm going to give everyone a minute to catch up, and you guys can open up the square. All right. Are we ready to move on to the next step? I just want to make sure that everyone is ready before we move on. Awesome. Okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take our diagonal fold and we're going to fold it into a diagonal. That's going to be step number 1. Okay, so we're going to get a triangle again. And this part is going to be a bit tricky. So we have this crease and we have this crease, right? So what we want to do is we want to fold it in between. So you're going to open it up. We're going to fold it down to where that crease is. Okay. Raise your hand and let me know in chat if you need me to repeat this for you, okay? So you should end up with this sort of shape. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So you're going to turn it sideways and you're going to open up the sheet of paper and you're going to fold it in between the pieces of paper, right? Like this. And there should be 2 creases that you can line it up with. If we look on my sheet of paper, we have 1 line right here. And we have 1 line on this side as well. So when we open it up and fold it in, we should fold it to wherever those 2 lines are. And in the end, you're going to end up with a smaller square. All right, does anyone need me to repeat it again?
Okay. Can you please repeat?
Sure. So we start with our triangle, right? We have 1 line here and we have the same line on the other side. So you want to turn it sideways and you're going to fold it in between the paper. Okay, so let me bring it closer. So you're going to fold it right in between the paper so that you start to have a diamond on one side. Okay, once you have that diamond ready, you're going to want to fold that diamond in half. So when you open it, there should be 2 flaps. Okay, there should be 2 flaps right here, and from the front, it should look like half a diamond. And you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So you turn it, you open the sheet of paper, just like this, and you push it down. You get a diamond shape, and then you fold the diamond in half. And in the end, you're going to have a diamond like this that has 2 flaps on this side, 1, 2, and then a diamond on this, or 2 flaps on this side as well. So flap number 1 and flap number 2. So you should have 4 flaps in total. How's everyone doing right now? Are we getting it? Do I need to repeat?
Hello.
You don't get it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll show it to you another time. Yeah, do you have the triangle right now? Okay.
We did the diamond thing, but you told us to do a crease or something.
So I just want you guys to fold it down in between. So you would have 2 flaps.
I did it for Rena, but I didn't know.
All right, I'm going to show it again. So we open it up on one side. So this is the long side. You open it up. You bring this corner down to the middle. And then you want to fold that diamond in half. Okay?
Open this. I don't get it.
You don't get it? Do you need me to repeat it one more time? Okay. So we have the triangle. And we're going to turn it to the side. and you're going to open up one of the sides. So you see how it's opening up right here? You're going to push this corner at the top down to the middle. So from the side, you're going to see this diamond. Once you see this diamond, you're going to want to fold that diamond in half. Okay? So on the side, you see this diamond, and then you're going to want to fold it in half, just like this, so that you get half of a diamond right here. And on the other side, we're going to do the exact same thing. So right now we have one single flap. We turn it to the side and we can open it up just like this, right? So when we open it up, we're going to grab this corner and we're going to fold it down to the middle. And then we're going to take the two ends and we're going to fold it in half. And then you should end up with this shape. And when you have this shape, when you look at it, you should have 1, 2, 3, and 4 flaps, just like this. Does that make sense now? I'm going to give everyone 1 minute just in case.
Is this how you do it?
Yeah, just like that. That's perfect.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to the next step now. So when you put it on the table on the bottom, you should have the open side should be on the bottom, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to take this corner, one of the corners. You're going to take this side right here, and you're going to line it up with the middle line right here. So you're going to take the bottom side that's open, take one of the flaps, flap number 1, and you're going to fold it over to the middle line, like this. So in the end, you should have a small triangle on top and a big triangle on the bottom. And when you make this fold, make sure you crease it, okay?
Naail, we asked to repeat the last step.
The one that I just did?
I think so.
Do you need me to repeat the step that I just did? Just want to make sure.
Yes,
The one before.
the one before that.
Sure. So let's do the triangle one more time, just to make sure everyone's caught up with us, okay? So when we're at the triangle, we're going to be turning it to the side, and we're going to open it up like this. We're going to get the top corner and push it down to the middle. Now, when we push it down, we're going to get this diamond, and we're going to take this side and this side, and we're going to fold it in half. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to open it up, bring this top corner right here down to the middle, and then we're going to fold it in half. All right. Awesome. And then the next step is we're going to take flap number 1, and we're going to fold it like this, okay? So you're going to get the short end right here, or the bottom end, and then you fold it to the middle line that we have. And we're going to repeat this step for all 4 flaps, okay? So we have flap number 1, and it should end up like this, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing here, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, okay? And you want to make sure that once you do the fold, you crease it, okay? So after the first 2 flaps are done, it's going to be like this. Okay, and then you're going to turn it around, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So 2 flaps should be like this, and then you have 1 and 2 flaps left. And
Should
what
it look like that?
you're very close. So one side should look like that, and this other flaps you're going to fold on the back side. Okay? So you're going to have 4 flaps folded, 2 on each side. Okay? Yeah, I can repeat this step, no worries. So we're going to be starting with this diamond. And the bottom side is the open side. So make sure it's the open side that you're working with. And you're going to take the bottom edge right here and fold it to this middle line that you have. So you're going to fold it over to the middle line, and it should be like this. And then you're going to fold this flap over the same way. And that's only flap number 1 and 2 out of the 4 that we have. The other 2, 1 and 2 right here, we're going to turn it around. We're going to do the exact same thing, just like this. So in the end, you're going to have a diamond that's shaped like this. And it's going to look like a small triangle on top. And then you're going to have the 2 flaps folded to make a big triangle on the bottom. And you're going to have that on both of the sides. So if you look at it from the top, it should look like this. All right, give me a thumbs up whenever you guys are done with that step. All right, I'm going to give it a minute just to make sure of anyone who needs me to repeat it, okay? All right, and it looks like everyone's keeping up. Who's ready for the next step? All right, it looks like most of you guys are ready for the next step, okay? So for the next step, I'm going to have you guys take this small triangle and you're going to fold it forward right onto this line that we made from our previous folds. So you're going to fold it down just like that. So it should look something like this. It should look like an ice cream cone. Okay? And you're going to do this on the other side as well. So unfold it and fold it onto the other side as well. And once you've folded it on both sides, I want you guys to unfold it again. This is so that we can make a crease right over here for our next steps. So you should end up back with this shape after you do that. Okay, so this next step is going to be a little complicated, but I know you guys can do it, okay? So we're going to open it up just like this on both of the sides, okay? So we're going to get back to this first shape that we had. And on the bottom side, we're going to take one of the openings, okay? So you're going to take one of the openings. So notice if you look at it from the bottom, you're going to have one opening at the top, and you're going to have one opening at the bottom. If mine opens up, I'll show you guys. So it's going to be like this. You're going to have these 2 little legs right here. You're going to have one opening at the top and then one opening at the bottom. Do you guys have that? Okay. So you're going to take one of the openings, and you guys remember that line we just made at the top? You're going to open it up right up to that line. This part is going to be a little difficult, but when you open it up, you're going to open it up to that line. And you know those folds that we made to make it into a different shaped diamond? You're going to fold it onto those folds so that it meets the middle. I know this is going to be a hard step, but I will repeat it for you guys, okay? So you're going to fold it back into the middle on both of the sides. and it's going to make a bigger diamond.
How did you do that? Can you please repeat it?
Yeah, I can show it again. So once we get back to this shape, we look at the bottom and we have openings. Okay, so we have a flap at the top, and then we have a flap at the bottom, and we have two legs in between. Okay,
I don't have the openings at the bottom.
do you have the openings at the top?
Yeah.
You might have to reverse the steps then, because we need the openings to be at the bottom, okay? So once you have the openings at the bottom, you're going to take one of the flaps and we're going to fold it where this line is. So we open it up, we go back to that line, and we take the two edges and we bring it to the middle, like that. Okay, I'll show it one more time. So we're going to take one of the flaps and fold it up here. So when we open it, we're going to fold it where that line is. And the other creases we have in the middle already, we're going to open it and fold on those creases like that. So you should get a really big diamond. And we're going to do the same step on the other side as well with the other flap.
I still don't get it.
Okay, let me show it to you again. So at the bottom, when you open it up, you have a flap, right? Do you have that flap? And then we have this line right here, okay? So when you open it up, you're going to fold it up to that line that we made. And when you open it up, you're going to see the line right here. And you're going to see the line on the other side, okay? So when we open it up, we want to fold the sides right onto that line that we have, just like this, okay? And then you're going to want to do it on the other side as well. So we're folding it onto the lines that we made. Did that make more sense?
Niall, somebody had a question about the openings.
Sure. You need help with getting to the openings?
I can't figure out how to get them to the bottom. Can you help me redo the steps?
Sure, yeah. So you have this piece of paper, right? So you're going to want the openings to be at the bottom. And you're going to take the bottom edge right here, take this corner for the first flap, and fold it to the middle, just like this.
Like this?
Yeah, you only want to do one of the sides, not both of the sides, okay?
Okay.
And then the other side you're going to do on the back side. Okay? And then once you're done with that, you're going to open it up again, and then you'll be on the same step as everyone else, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to repeat it again. So when we look at the bottom, we have the openings, we have the flap on top, we have the two legs in the middle, and then we have the flap on the bottom. And when we look at it, we have a line right here. So we're going to open up this flap right here, right? So can everyone open this flap who hasn't caught up? Okay, so once you open this flap, you're going to see the lines on the inside, right? Do you see the lines on the inside that we made earlier? So you're going to fold the outside right here onto that line. So while you're opening it up, you're going to push the sides in onto that line. Okay, I'll show it one more time. So when you open it up, you have the two lines on each side. You're going to push the sides into the middle like this. And once you get it into the middle, you can open it up all the way and you're going to get a big diamond. And you're going to do the same thing After turning it around, you open up the flap, you match up the lines on the sides, and you push the sides into the middle on both of the sides. And while you're pushing it into the middle, the top is going to open up all the way.
So
Excuse me?
Yes?
mine looks like this, but I have like a little thing at the bottom,
Yeah, it opens up at the
like
bottom, right?
a opening.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah, so at the bottom, you should have a little opening. And at the top, it should be a triangle. All right, I'm going to give everyone a couple minutes to catch up. And let me know if anyone needs me to repeat it again, okay?
Also, if anybody joined late or needs some help with repeating some of the older steps, then we are recording the session and we're going to post it later on too. So you can go back and watch it as many times as you need to.
Is this
Yep, that's correct. You should have a little opening at the bottom. So it should look like this. You can move the little legs at the bottom just to make sure that you did it right. All right. I'm going to wait 1 more minute and see if anyone needs me to repeat it before I go on to the next step, okay? Looks like everyone's catching up slowly, and that's great. We're only 3 steps away from finishing this whole thing, okay, guys? Yeah, I can repeat it again. So you're at the diamond, right? This diamond right here. And you're going to open it at the bottom. When you open it, you're going to see 2 lines. You're going to see the line right here, and you're going to see the line on this side. And once you see that line, you're going to fold the 2 sides into the middle. So you're going to take this side, fold it on that line to the middle. You're going to take this side and fold it into the middle. Okay? And then you're going to repeat the same thing on the opposite end. So you're going to open the flap, and you're going to see a line here and a line here. And you're going to fold the side into the middle where that line is. You're going to do the same thing on the other side right here. Fold it right into the middle. And you should end up with a big diamond that has little legs on the bottom that you can wave around.
We're still having a little.
Still a little bit of trouble? Okay, I'll show it to you guys again. And then we have to move on to the next step because we don't have too much time left, okay? But you guys can always watch the recording after. So we're going to open up the flap. And you're going to see 2 lines, right? Do you see the 2 lines? You see 1 line right here and 1 line right here? So you're going to move this side into the middle where that line is. And on the other side, you're going to fold it into the middle as well. Do you guys see that? And then on the other side, you're going to do the exact same thing. So you're going to open it up, and you have 1 line on this side and then 1 line on this side. You're going to fold the sides into the middle. And you should end up with a diamond like this. And since we are running out of time, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step. And if you don't get it, you can look at the recording that will be posted after the session. There will be more information about it later. Right, Mahira?
Yep, we will be posting the recording later.
Okay.
It will be posted on the Ismaili USA Facebook page.
There we go. All right, so after we're done with this step, you're gonna turn it to the side and make sure the little legs are on the bottom, okay? So you're gonna turn it to the side and open it up right here, okay? So this is the front. You have the legs on the bottom. You're gonna turn it to the side and open it up, okay? And when you open it up like this, you're gonna see a line in the middle right here. You're gonna take the bottom, the part that has the little leg, and you're gonna fold it up onto that line. So when you fold it up, it's gonna start folding like this. Okay. And once you get here, you're gonna see this little triangle form. When this little triangle forms, you want to line up this entire side with that little triangle right there. Okay. And it's the same step on the other side, so I'll repeat that so everyone can see it again. So you're gonna have the little leg on the bottom. You're gonna turn it to the side, and you're going to open it up. When you open it up, you're gonna see this line in the middle right here. With that line, you're going to grab the bottom flap. You're going to fold it on that line right in the middle. Okay?
I don't get it. Repeat it.
Yeah, sure. I'll repeat it. So when you're looking at it from the front, you're going to have the two legs on the bottom. And when you turn it to the side, you're going to open it so that it looks like a diamond. When you open it, you're going to see the small triangle right here. You're going to see a line right here. And you want to fold the bottom where that line is. While you're folding that, it's going to fold itself in half. The bottom part is going to fold itself in half. And when you get up here, you're going to see a small triangle start to form right here. Okay?
Mine isn't doing that.
Yours isn't doing that?
Yeah.
What is it doing? Can you show me?
So basically when I lift it up, it just sticks right there. Nothing happens.
So what you want to do while that happens, you're going to want to push this together. So you're bringing it up and you want to fold it in half, okay? And while you fold it in half, there's going to be this small triangle that forms. And you want this side to line up with the side of the triangle.
Okay, I get it. I got it now.
Awesome.
So, like that, and then fold it like that.
I'll show it one more time, okay? So when you look at it from the side, you're going to fold the bottom part right here. You're going to fold it upwards, okay? All the way up. So that's almost meeting the top. And when you turn it sideways, you're going to fold it in half. And you want to line it up with this triangle that's right here. Okay?
I don't get it.
I will repeat it again. Yeah. So it's the same step on both the sides, okay? So when you open it to the side, you see the line in the middle, right? Do you see this line in the middle when you open it on the side? Make sure the legs are on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay? Make sure the little opening is on the bottom. And when you open it on the
Okay.
side, you see this line right here. And you fold it from the bottom. You're going to fold it upwards.
No, this way.
Open the side.
Like this?
So this is the front. And you're going to turn it to the side. So make sure the opening is on the bottom, right? You're going to turn it to the side. You're going to open the side. And then you're going to fold it up. You're going to fold the bottom up, just like that. And when you're folding it, you want to fold it in half. Okay? So it's like this, and then you fold it in half. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you open the side, you fold it up, and you fold it in half. Okay? Since we don't
Can
have a
you
lot of
please?
time left, so I'm going to finish up the last 2 steps, and if you need help, then you can watch the recording afterwards, okay? So let's quickly finish this up before we run out of time, okay? So we have a point here and we have 1 point here. So it's up to you to decide which side you guys want the head to be, okay? And which side's going to be the tail. I'm going to pick this side as my head. So you're just going to open it up a little bit and bring it down just a little bit, and you can form it into a little head, just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can do it in any way you want. You can draw little eyes on it later too if you guys want, okay? And the last step we have is to bring the wings down. So we have 2 wings, okay? So to bring the wings down, you're going to fold one of the wings and line it up to the front like this. Okay? So you want to fold it at a somewhat diagonal. You're going to bring it down like that. And when you're folding the other wing, you want to line it up with your first wing. So when you fold the other wing, make sure that it lines up with your other wing. All right. And that is the last step we have for the crane that we made. And the fun thing about this crane is if you hold it by its front feet, you can flap its little wings. Okay. Now, I think we are almost out of time, right, Maria?
Yes, we are. So we can take one more picture if everybody wants to turn their cameras on and show us. If we can take a picture with our cranes and our hearts together. So if you weren't able to finish your crane, but you did your heart, then you can show your heart and we'll take a big picture.
For the wings, does it you just have to fold it down, or does it have to like come up or something?
No, you just fold it down like this.
Oh, okay.
All right. And hold up your origami creations. We'd love for everyone to turn on their cameras if they can.
Awesome. They look so cool. All right. Are we ready? We can count to 3, okay? We'll take a few. All right. Awesome. Everybody hold your origami up in the camera. Little bit higher. There we go. Okay, ready? Everybody big smile. 1, 2, 3. Good job, everyone. All right. Thank you so much for joining our day 3 of Celebration of Service. Tomorrow, we have a very special event. We are going to be interviewing some senior Jamati members, and they're going to be sharing stories with us about their experience in service. So it's kind of like a story time with them. So that'll be tomorrow evening. And we hope to see everybody and their families there. Thank you all so much. You did such a great job. And thank you to Naail for doing this workshop for us.
Thank you guys for joining. Great job, everyone.